Ma'am, shall we start?
Yes.
Honorable Vice Chancellor of IIU University, Corina ma'am, and our visionary leader and educator, Piyush Pandit sir, and all the organizers and all the respected dignitaries who are present in today's webinar. Good evening to all of you from my side. Before I start my today's talk, I want to first introduce IIU University to all of you. So let's have a look on the introduction of IIU University. My friends, International Internship University is the world's first internship-based virtual university, building a better and brighter future for all young learners, and is committed to provide quality, accessible, and affordable skill-based education, location independent education to all the learners across the world. IIU University is also providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internship to their e-learners across the globe. With a team of high caliber and experienced global educators, IIU University has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization, that is WEO, and International Accreditation Organization, IAO, and collaborated with all the world's top universities and educational institutes through the platform of MOOC, that is Massive Open Online Courses. Friends, IIU provides various certificates and diploma courses. There is always that one person who has the vision, the thought, the idea behind a successful venture and organization. And if we talk about the man behind the success of IIU, is none other than our beloved and very visionary co-founder of IIU University, that is Mr. Piyush Pandit sir. He is conducted the world first virtual internship university during a pandemic time, the International Internship University, that is IIU. My friends, now I want to introduce myself before starting today's talk. Myself, Vivek Arya, working as assistant professor in Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Gurukula Kangadi, deemed to be University, Haridwar, India. I have completed my Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering along with the gold medal. I also qualified national level UGC NET exam of India. I also authored one international book, that is Digital Image Compression with the help of MATLAB programming. I have published more than 25 research papers in international reputed journals. I have delivered various talks in India as well as outside India, even for the Ministry of Indonesia. I also participated in more than 125 conferences, FDPs, STTs, webinar, workshop of national as well as international level. Apart from this, I am also doing here various social services like Clean Ganga Drive, arranging free medical camp, and also providing free education to poor student, or we can say financially incapable student. So this is all about my introduction. Now we are moving towards the today's talk, and today's talk topic is startups and IPRs. These are the key points which is visible on this slide. Before I will start my talk, let's have a look on the key points which I am going to discuss in today's talk. First, I will discuss about the patent, what are the geographical limits of the patent. Then I will discuss different kind of application of the patent. After it, I will discuss what is IP, what is IPR, and what is IPR laws with respect to India. Then I will give you practical demonstration of intellectual property. IP means intellectual property. Then I will discuss different IPOs in India, Australia, and other countries, and what are the related regulations related to IPRs in different countries. And then I will discuss patentable subject matter and non-patentable subject matters of the invention. After it, I will give you some key points how you can evaluate whether your invention is patentable or not. And after it, I will discuss about startups and how IP, that is intellectual property, act like an asset for any startup, right? After it, I will cover what are the main advantages of the patent for startups. So let's have a look on patent. What is patent? My friend, patent is a legal exclusive right which is given by the government to the applicant, or we can say to the inventor. It's a mutual agreement in between inventor and the government of any country. Whether if you are filing your patent in India, then you will get a mutual agreement in between government of India and the inventor. If you are filing your patent in in Australian IPO, then you will get a mutual agreement in between government of Australia and inventor, right? And after getting patent, you have some certain legal rights for your invention. That means nobody can use your invention without taking prior permission from the inventor. And this patent is for the disclosed invention. While you are filing patent for your invention, you have to disclose every minor details about your invention, and it is for a limited period of time. If you are filing your patent in India, it is only limited for 20 years. If you are filing your patent in Australian IPOs, it is for valid for 8 years, right? So patent is enforceable within the territory of that specific country. If anyone is filing patent in India, that patent is only enforceable within the territory of India, not outside India. If anyone is filing patent in Australian IPOs, then that patent is only enforceable within the territory of Australia, not outside the Australia, right? Have a look. If you have an idea and you have done or you have completed your whole experimental work, and if your invention satisfy all these three inventive conditions, or we can say the essential condition, first is novelty, second is inventive step, and third is your invention must have some industrial application, right? If all these essential conditions are satisfied by your invention, you can file the patent in Indian IPOs or in other country also, right? If somehow your patent is granted, then you will get a agreement. Here I have taken an example of India. So here you can see in India you will get a mutual agreement in between government of India and inventor, or we can say the assignee. So after getting granting the patent, you can sell your invention, or you can earn commission by your invention by giving it to anyone, or by giving it to any industry or any person, right? So invention is something like by which you can earn something, or you can get some returns in exchange of your invention. After the expiry of patent, it will come into public domain. That means anyone can use your invention without taking prior permission from the inventor, right? And the most essential condition, you have to disclose everything related to your invention in your application form. If you are not doing this kind of thing, that means you are increasing your rejection rate of application. So you have to mention every minor detail about your invention, right? Your invention also teach others how to work efficiently, how to enhance existing technology from the perspective of industry, from the perspective of society, right? Now come to the geographic reach. What will be the geographic reach of patent? If you are filing your patent in Indian IPOs, Indian Patent Office, in that case, your patent will be enforceable within the territory, or we can say that within the geographical area of India, right? If you are filing your patent in China, your patent will be enforceable within the territory of China, right? So geographic reach is also one key point where the application is valid in which area. Now, field of invention. My friends, invention can take place in any field, whether it is a microbiology, biotechnology, electronics, computer science engineering, communication engineering, chemistry, physics, biology, nanotechnology, Ayurveda, Siddha, medical field. You can do invention in any field. In a sense, we can say invention can occur from a safety pin to a satellite, right? Now come to the different type of application. First, as mentioned on the slide, you can see ordinary application. And ordinary application is of two types. First is provisional specification application. The second is complete specification application. Let's discuss first provisional specification application. My friends, if you have an idea, but your experimental work is not complete, so in that case, you can register your invention in Indian IPOs and as well outside the Indian IPOs. For example, you can file your patent in Germany or Australia as well, right? In provisional specification application, when your work is not complete, you will get 12 months time to complete your work, right? If somehow you are unable to complete your work within 12 months, in that case, your application will be automatically rejected after the completion of 12 months, right? So this is about provisional specification ordinary application. Second, we have a complete specification application. If your work is complete and you have to file the patent, in that case, if your work is complete and you are having everything in complete form, you can prepare the draft and you can file the application for the patent. In that case, you will choose complete specification application, right? Second, we have a convention application. My friends, an application for patent filed in the patent office which claiming a priority date. Priority date is nothing, it's a application date on which you are filing a patent, right? So claiming a priority date based on the same or substantially similar application filed in one or more of the convention countries is called a convention application, right? In order to get convention status, an applicant or inventor should file the application in Indian Patent Office within 12 months from the date of first filing of similar application in the convention country, right? So this is about convention application. Next, third is PCT international phase application, that is WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, right? And the headquarters of WIPO is in Geneva, Switzerland. If you want to file your application at global level, you can choose this kind of application, that is PCT international phase application, right? For this, you have one more way. You can file internationally by using your national phase application. If anybody is applying for the patent in WIPO, you can go through your Indian IPOs indirectly, right? Next, we have patent of addition application. If you have filed your application for your invention already, and after some days you realize you want to do some modification or you want to do some enhancement in your invention or in your application. So for this kind of work, you can choose patent of addition application. By this, you can modify your already submitted application. Last, we are having a divisional or parent application that is separated from the main application. My friends, somehow, if you are already filled an application in which you have applied for the 3-4 application only in a single form, but after a few days you realized you want to separate out all those 3-4 invention in different forms. So for that case, you will choose divisional or parent application, right? So this is all about different kind of patent application. Next, we are having intellectual property and intellectual property rights. Intellectual property is a creation of human brain, or we can say it's a creation of human mind. what you think, if that is worthy or by which you can get some return, that is intellectual property. And next we have intellectual property rights, that is IPRs. IPRs are the nothing, these are the some laws, legal laws, which is granted to the inventor, or we can say the owner of that invention, which protects the exploitation subject to the provision of that invention. So IPRs, which basically protect the invention. Next we can say IPR laws in India. Here you can see industrial IPR laws administered by DIIP and CGPDTM. CGPDTM means Controller General of Patent, Design and Trademark, and DIPP means Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, right? So these IPR laws in India handled by CGPDTM. The Patent Act 1970, this is handled by this CGPDTM office. If you are developing some process, some algorithm, some method, it will, or you are making some product, it will be registered under the Patent Act 1970. For example, if you are making some logo, some name, some ringtone, that will be registered under the Trademark Act 1999, right? If anybody is making or developing some semiconductor IC circuit or layout design, that will be registered under the Semiconductor Integrated Circuit Layout Design Act 2000, right? If any product is famous from any particular region of the country, for example, Agra ka petha, Banarasi sari, any famous product from any particular region of the country, so the group of people from that particular place, they can register that product, famous product, under the Act of GI Act 1999. Next, we have Design Act 2000. If anyone is developing some design shape, or for example, if anyone is developing a geometrical shape of any automobile, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, or any free school or a fan, so such kind of design will be registered under the Design Act of 2000. If anyone is developing or making some artistic or literary work, that will be registered under the Copyright Act 1957. My friends, if someone is making some algorithm and he or she is writing some code, that code is also registered under the Copyright Act of 1957, right? In India, Ministry of Environment and Forest, that is associated with the Biology Diversity Act 2000, and the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmer Right Act is 2001. This is also associated with the Department of Agriculture and Cooperation. So all the plant related rights and all the plant varieties, different breeds, and farmer rights kind of things are registered under the Department of Agriculture and Cooperation. And biological diversity related things will be registered under the Ministry of Environment and Forest. This is a practical example of intellectual property. If we talk about this pressure cooker, all the conceptual feature will be registered under the patent right. If we talk about the manual of this pressure cooker, that will be registered under the copyright, right? If we talk about the design of this pressure cooker, this will be registered under the Design Act. If we talk about the logo, slogan, name of this pressure cooker, or name of the company who is manufacturing this pressure cooker, that is come under the trademark, and that will be registered under the Trademark Act. Similarly, we have one more example, cell phone example. The working mechanism of this cell phone will be registered under the Patent Act. If we talk about the shape of this, or we can say the geometry of this cell phone, this will be registered under the Design Act, right? If we talk about the name of this cell phone logo, that will be registered under the trademark. If we talk about the booklet or manual of this cell phone, that will be registered under the Copyright Act. Please hold for a few seconds. These are the different IPOs in India. Here you can see in this slide. Plant Protection Variety of Farmer Right Act office is situated in Delhi. Next, you can see SICLDR, that is Semiconductor Integrated Circuit Layout Design Registry Office, is situated in Delhi. Next, we are having Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Intellectual Property Management. It's a training academy which provides a training program workshop related to IPRs in India. This is situated in Nagpur. Next, we are having 4 patent office in India. First is in Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, and the last is in Mumbai. And the head office of patent office is in Kolkata. And the design wing registry office is in Kolkata. Trademark registry office is in Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Ahmedabad. And the head office of trademark registration is Mumbai. Geographical Indication Registrar Office is in Chennai. National Biodiversity Authority Office is in Chennai. Registrar of Copyright Office is in Delhi. So you can choose as per your convenience where you want to file about your trademark, patent, design. So as per your convenience where you are comfortable, accordingly you can choose office, nearby office. Now come to the property. Property is of 2 types. One is tangible, other is intangible, right? Tangible property is that property by which human can see, you can touch, you can see that property, that is called tangible. And in intangible property, you cannot see intangible property, you cannot touch intangible property. Further, tangible property is classified into 2 groups, movable and immovable. Movable tangible property are the mobile phone, laptop, bike, car. So these all are the movable tangible property. Next, we are having immovable tangible property. For example, land, plot, flat, house. These all are the immovable tangible property because these are immovable in nature, right? Next, come to the intangible property. My friends, all the intellectual properties are intangible properties. If you are having any you can say a novel idea by which you can get some return, which if your idea satisfy some essential condition which already discussed, 3 conditions: novelty, your idea has some industrial application, your invention or your idea has some inventive step. So if all these 3 conditions are satisfied, in that case your idea become intellectual property. Your idea act like an asset for you because you can earn money. This is the very expensive asset in the world. Your IP, your idea is the intellectual property. Now come to the trademark. These are the few examples of trademark. A hologram, smell, sound, color, combination of color, logo, letter, any number, any expression, any word is called trademark. These are the few examples. You all heard about the sound of Nokia phone, Airtel ringtones. So these all are the sound trademark. You can see these are the letter trademark: GM, BPL, Fiat, Bata, Intel company. So these are the few letter trademarks. These are the very famous company. Next, we have word trademark: Apple, Idea trademarks, and few other names trademarks: Usha, Tata, Ford, Samsung, Nikon. These are the name trademark. We are having some number trademark 47111. It's a very famous perfume brand. You all know. Next, we are having expression trademark. This is the expression trademark of LG company, electronics LG company, Britannia. It's a FMCG company. So these are the 2 expression trademark. Last, we are having logo trademark. It's a Mercedes Benz logo, Nestle. The last is Oxford University logo. So these are the few trademarks of logos. Next, You can see some more example of trademark: Adidas, Reebok, Walmart, Microsoft, Google, IBM, and many more example of trademarks. You can easily understand what is trademark. My friends, if somebody is writing Microsoft, here you can see Microsoft. If anybody is rewriting this Microsoft trademark like soft and micro, the soft micro, or if anyone is writing Walmart like this Mart Wall, this will not be a valid, or we can say this will not be a applicable for the trademark registration, right? You cannot do rewrite up for already existing trademark. So you have to produce, you have to make your own new trademark. You cannot file you cannot take the registration for already existing trademark by small modification, right? Next, we are having copyright. All the literary and artistic work come under the category of copyright. If you are writing any book, if you are making any lyrics, or you are singing any song, you are making any movie, all the architectural work also come under the category of copyright. So all these things will be registered under the Copyright Act. Next, come to the GI. GI means geographical indication. My friends, here you can see these are the few national example of GI indication, and there are some more international example of GI. Here, if you talk from the perspective of India, first is Darjeeling tea. Darjeeling tea is a very famous, and it is associated with the West Bengal. So people from the West Bengal, they have done the registration for the Darjeeling tea. Next, we are having Mysore silk. This is associated with the Karnataka state. The people from the Karnataka, they have taken the GI for their Mysore silk. Next, we are having Kullu shawl. This is the another GI, and this Kullu shawl associated with the Himachal Pradesh, and here shown various other GI which is related to a different state or different part of India. Now you can see some more international GI example. Champagne, that is related to France. Havan cigar, it is associated with the Cuba. The people from the Cuba, they have registered this Havan cigar. Next, we are having Scotch whiskey. This is associated with the UK. The peoples from the UK, they have registered for the Scotch whiskey. Next, you are having tequila. This is associated with the Mexico. So these all are the few example of international GIs. Now come to the one key important key point, that is patentable subject matter. My friends, invention must be, or you relate to a process or product. If you are developing any process or any product, must be more novel, and your invention must involve inventive step, or we can say your invention should be non-obvious in nature. Your invention should have some industrial application. And last but very important legal aspect, that is your invention don't fall under section 3 section 4 of Indian Patent Act 1979, right? We will discuss each term one by one in coming slides. New means your invention must not be in prior public art or public search. Before filing the patent, you must check it over Google whether your invention is already published in any scientific reports, or in any newspaper, or in any research paper, so or in any claim of any inventions. So check it first before filing the patent whether your invention is in prior public or not. If it is in already in prior public, you cannot get patent for that work. Next, we are having inventive step. My friends, inventive step means if any average field can think about your that is which are using in your work. For example, if you are having 4 or 5 steps in your invention, and an average person cannot about that is inventive step. Non-patentable inventions under section A. according to Section 3 of Indian Patent Act 1979. All the frivolous inventions which are contrary to well-established natural laws are not patentable under Section, right? If anybody is saying sunrise in the south direction, so this is against the natural laws. So such type of invention are not patentable under Section 3A, right? If anybody is saying a machine giving output without taking any input, so this is very impractical. So such kind of work or such kind of invention will not be acceptable. Next, we are having commercial exploitation or primary use of inventions which could be contrary to public order or morality. So such kind of work is not patentable. For example, if anyone is making or developing a device or method for committing theft or human cloning, right? For this, we can take one more example. Any student developing a device by which he or she can cheat during the examination. So this is against the morality. So such kind of work or such kind of inventions are not patentable invention under Section 3B of Indian Patent Act. Next, we are having an invention which causes serious prejudice to health, human health, animal, plant life, or which affect negatively to the environment, right? Kind of invention will not be acceptable. If anyone is developing any method or device for adulteration of food, if anyone is doing such kind of work, it will not be acceptable, it will not be patentable in India, right? If anyone is consuming adulterated food, it may cause some various serious disease. If any method or device for mass destruction of plants or animal, so such kind of work or such kind of invention will not be patentable under Section 3B of Indian Patent Act. Now come to the Section 3C of Indian Patent. Mere discovery of scientific principles or formulation of an abstract theory or discovery of any living thing or discovery of non-living substance occurring in nature. So all such kind of things are not patentable under Section 3C. Let's have a few examples. Newton's law, Darwin's theory, discovery of an animal, discovery of a natural gas or a mineral. So all these such kind of example or discoveries are not patentable under Section 3C. My friends, there is a small difference in between invention and discovery. In discovery, you find the new thing which are already existing in the nature. But in invention, you find the new things which are not existing in the nature. So this is a very small difference in between invention and discovery. So please be careful during filing the patent. Next, we are having Section 3 of Indian Patent. If you are mixing two substance or any substance which give new product, that will not be patentable or not acceptable under Section 3. For example, we all know paracetamol have antibiotic action and brufen tablet have analgesic function. If we combine both these two, paracetamol and brufen, it become a combiflam. So right, combiflam is not under Section 3. But mixture which resulting into synergetic properties of mixture of ingredients, however, may be patentable. For example, soap, detergents, and different kind of lubricants are patentable under Section 3E. Now come to the Section 3H. If anyone is developing any method of agriculture, horticulture is not acceptable. For example, cultivation of algae, mushroom, any other crop, not patentable. If anyone is doing preparation of an improved soil by which any farmer can increase the yielding capacity of their field, so such kind of work are not patentable under Section 3H of Indian Patent, right? Although, my friends, if anyone is developing some tools or agriculture equipments for the agriculture purpose that are patentable under Section 3H. Next, we are having Section 3F, mere arrangement or rearrangement, or we can say the duplication of known device, or duplication or rearrangement of known technology which functioning independently of one another in a known way is non-patentable. For example, a bucket fitted with a torch. Bucket have their own role. For bucket is used for storing a liquid. Torch is used for the lighting purpose. So bucket and torch both are independently, right? We can take another example: an umbrella with a fan. Umbrella and fan both are working independently. They are not dependent on each other, right? We can take some other example. For example, this is visible to all. If phone, I'm using this phone and this laptop, and I'm just these two, and then making some other application. Such kind of work is not patentable. This phone is already in public domain. This laptop is already in public domain. So, and I'm just doing arrangement, rearrangement of these two for some specific application. So, such kind of work is not patentable. Now come to the IP evolution, intellectual property evolution. My friends, if you have some idea and you can express it, that will be under the category of copyright. If you are having some innovative idea, you can do some invention, that will be registered under the Patent Act, right? If your idea have some quality as well as some identity, that will be registered under the trademark. Next, if your idea have some geometrical shape, or we can say your idea have some appearance, you can display it to the others, that will come under the design. So that idea come under the design IP. Next, if you have some business idea and you don't want to disclose it to anyone, that will be come under the trade secret intellectual property. You can register that confidential business idea under Trade Secret Act, right? Now come to the self-evaluation of the invention. My friends, how you will check or how you will evaluate whether your invention is patentable or not patentable in any country of the world. From the perspective of India, from the perspective of Australia, from the perspective of Germany, from the perspective of USA, or from any country perspective. So you have to check three essential conditions. First is novelty. You have to check whether your invention is novel or not. Second is check whether your invention is non-obvious or not. And the third, you have to check whether your invention have some industrial or social application or not. If your invention satisfy all these three conditions, in that case, you can file for the patent, right? So this is the three key points how you can evaluate your invention for patenting. Now come to the general process. What is the general process of patenting in India or in any other country? There are 3-4 stages. First, after filing for the patent, first stage is publication. Your invention will be published in the Indian IPO website. After it, you will go on the second stage, that is examination stage. And after examination process, your invention will be granted, or we can say your patent will be granted. And the last stage is commercialization. After granting the patent, you can do the commercialization of your invention. This is the top 10 applicants for the patent filing from the different institutes and universities of India. This is a last year list. You can see. Next, come to the very important part, that is drafting and application process. My friends, there are two modes for the application of patent. online and the offline. So you can choose anyone as per your convenience. You can choose online or you can choose offline. If you talk about the drafting, for the drafting, you have to prepare for files. First file is description file. And description file, you have to describe everything related to your invention. You have to disclose every minor detail to your invention. And the second file is your figure file. In figure file, you have to draw, you have to mention every geometry, every figure related to your invention. Next, file 3. In file 3 is CF file, that is claim file. In claim file, you have to write claims related to your invention. My friends, I'm requesting to you, all of you, if you are filing for the patent, you have to write as much as claims for your invention. If somehow one or two claims is rejected, on the basis of one or two rest claims, your invention will be accepted. So write as much as you can write claims for your invention in claim file. Last is abstract file, that is AF file 4, denoted by F4 file 4. In AF file or abstract file, you have to write essence of your invention in short. If you want to file your patent in online mode, you can visit ipindia.gov.in India. If you want to file patent in Indian IPOs, you can visit this website and you can file. If you want to know more about the IPRs, you can join different programs, different workshops in IPRs, in RG and IP programs. Now come to the IP management for the startup. As we all know, in this era of technology or in this era of globalization, there are thousands number of startups are established in last few years, and IP, that is intellectual property, play key role for the startups, because IP, intellectual property, act like an asset for any startup. If any company is registering a number of patent, or we can say in simple words, if any startup registering a number of IPs, intellectual properties in IPOs in India or outside India, that means that company earning capacity is also increases in every quarter balance sheet. So we can see the difference in quarterly balance sheet of that particular company, whether the company is a small cap company, mid cap company, or we can say large cap company. So if you talk about from the perspective of startup, IP play very important, or we can say the crucial role for the financial welfare of that startup or any firm or company, right? Because innovation is considered to be a key factor growth of competition and economic growth. Startups have become an inseparable element of the innovative economy. Country which are having more innovation, that will be developed on fast pace, or we can say that country will be more financially strong, right? IP or intellectual property represent an important financial and legal asset for startups, whether the newly or new startup or mid-cap startups. IP or intellectual property also protect whatever the value there is in company, brand, invention, design, and also contribute to its increases. My friends, you can see various MNC, for example, BMW, Audi company, Intel, they all have taken many patent for their design, their brands, their trademarks. So because these all work or act like assets for that company, because by which they can earn money, right? Now come to the IP management for startup. Management of intellectual property is a set of intertwined activities subordinate to major business goals of an enterprise. My friends, such kind of activities generally includes identification, acquisition, protection, using and disposing of intellectual property assets, and analyzing their applicability. So please keep all these points in your mind from the perspective of the startup. Now come to the role of IPRs for the startup. My friends, as I have already discussed, these enhance the asset for the startups. As you are having more number of IPs registration in startups portfolio, that means that startup or company will be more stronger in coming quarter from the perspective of balance sheet. It also preserve and protect the invention or innovative work of that startup or that company. These IPRs also motivate to the startups or company for the innovation to do more innovation. It also enhances profit in the balance sheet. Now come to the advantages of patent. What are the key advantages of patent? The first key advantage, it also eliminate, or we can say remove duplication of research. It introduces new innovative technology, novel method, novel process. This is the other advantage of patent. It also keep abreast with the latest development in different field of science and technology, in medical field, defense field, any field. So people who are working in the technology field, who are working in the science field, they will be up to date by patenting. This also help industry to improve existing technology to produce cheaper and better product, right? This also enhance the efficiency of plant or industry, or we can say that it also enhance the plant manufacturing capacity, because we are generally replace the existing technology with the new one. Patent is also act like an indicator of achievement in research and development institution, research centers, and ability of individual researcher or educator. It play a very vital role during different accreditation process, whether it is a NAC or NBA. Different ranking system also available in different countries. For example, in India, we are having NIRF ranking system. So from the perspective of NIRF and other ranking, patent play a very important role for the upliftment of the ranking. This is the small motivation from my side to all the attendees of today's program. This is the youngest patent holder of India. It's a Jaipur-based wheelchair-bound 9 years boy whose name is Hrideshwar Singh Bhati. He has developed or designed a 6-player circular chess. This is a physically challenged boy. If this boy can do a very beautiful invention, why we are not do such kind of work? So, my friends, think out of the box. Think innovative. What you can do for the society, what you can do for the industry, for what you can do for the beneficial of general peoples, or we can say for the common peoples, for the world, what you can give for the whole world. So think out of the box, or in short, I would like to say, for the invention, you must check the problems in your nearby society, which are generally faced by the people. If you find out such any problem, then work on the solution for that particular problem, right? And the other method for innovative ideas, just check the need. What is the need of your any person, any people, any society, your neighbor? So as per need, you can find out the innovative solution. right? These are some inventions which are done by me, and they are newspaper coverage. The certificates. Thank you. At the end, I would like to say patent is an award for the inventor and reward for the investor. So please keep in mind this tagline during filing the patent. Now this is all about the startup and IPR from my side. If anyone have any query, you can ask, or you can ask in the chat box. Okay, fine. So now I would like to say thanks again to the Vice Chancellor of IIU University, Korea ma'am, and our visionary educator, Piyush Pandit sir, for inviting me on this platform to sharing about small knowledge about the IPRs and the startups and what are the role of IPR in startup.